All right, guys, we got some major breaking news for you guys here in this video. We'll start with former President Donald Trump has a state Supreme Court remove him from the 2024 presidential ballot. I'll give you the details of that in this video. Also, will this lead to more states removing him from the presidential ballot? I'll give you the details of that here in this video. Also, will NATO be putting troops on the Russian border after Germany just did? I'll give you the details of that here in this video. Also, what Florida Governor Ron DeSantis just said about former President Donald Trump has a lot of people very I'll give you the details here on that as well. We got a lot to go over here in this video. Also, we'll be starting our Christmas giveaway here in this video. If you can guess the answer to a trivia question, you could win money directly from me. And I'll give you the first trivia question here in this video. So stay tuned. Let's jump right in. Thank you so much for liking these videos. And if you haven't yet, subscribe so you don't miss out on more videos and more trivia questions coming out here as well. Here we go. Okay, breaking news. Colorado Supreme Court removes former President Donald Trump from the 2024 ballot based on the 14th Amendment's insurrectionist ban. He's not going to be happy about this, to say the least. This is their Supreme Court doing this. Their Supreme Court, the highest court in their state. So this will be interesting to see what happens. Here's the details. In a stunning and unprecedented decision, the Colorado Supreme Court removed former President Donald Trump from the state's 2024 ballot, ruling that he isn't an eligible presidential candidate because of the 14th Amendment's insurrectionist ban. As you can see here, then that's a quote. The ruling was 4-3. The ruling will be placed on hold until January 4th, pending Trump's appeal to the U.S. Supreme Court, which could settle the matter for the nation. The state's Supreme Court decision only applies to Colorado, but the historic ruling will roil the 2024 presidential campaign. Colorado's election officials have said the matter needs to be settled by January 5th, which is less than a month away, which is the statutory deadline to set the list of candidates for the Republican primary for the state. Quote, Presidential Trump did not merely incite the insurrection, the majority wrote in the unsigned opinion. Even, this is a quote from them, even when the siege on the Capitol was fully underway, he continued to support it by repeatedly demanding that Vice President Mike Pence refuse to perform his constitutional duty by calling on senators to persuade them to stop the counting of electoral votes. These actions of constituted overt, voluntarily and direct participation in the insurrection. We conclude that the foregoing evidence, the great bulk of which was undisputed at trial, established that President Trump engaged in insurrection. The opinion of the State Supreme Court adds, quote, President Trump's direct and express efforts over months extorting his supporters to march to the Capitol to prevent what he falsely characterized as an alleged fraud on the people of this country were indisputably overt and voluntary. Ratified after the Civil War, the 14th Amendment says officials who take an oath to support the Constitution are banned from future office if they engage in insurrection. But the wording is vague. It doesn't explicitly mention the presidency and only has been applied twice since 1919. But obviously, if it mentions a public office or future office, I mean, anybody would think that the presidency would qualify for that, you would think. Let me know your thoughts here in the comments. Um, if this goes to the U.S. Supreme Court for the entire country, we maybe could see a different ruling. There is 6 Republicans on the Supreme Court for the entire country, not the state Supreme Court there. We have 6 Republican justices and 3 Democratic justices. Would we see a different ruling? Let me know your thoughts here in the comments. This also comes here after Ron DeSantis, governor of Florida and fellow Republican running for office, says Trump will claim the Iowa caucuses, the Republican caucuses, were, quote, stolen from him if he loses the pivotal contest. Quote, he will try to delegitimize the results. He had a couple different times where he said something similar to this. Take a listen to what he said here.
If Trump loses, he will say it's stolen no matter what. Absolutely. He will try to delegitimize the results. He did that against Ted Cruz in 2016, and he will do that. I mean, even when The Apprentice didn't get an Emmy, he said. So. I don't think there's been a single time he's ever been in competition for something where he didn't get it, where he's accepted. I don't think he will do that. So I think he's doing that. I think that's to be expected, but I don't think people are going to buy it.
Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'm not sure about, I don't know if people aren't going to buy it, because there are definitely a lot of people that buy it about the previous election. Meanwhile, we have a related story here that China, Russia, Iran, and Cuba all tried to meddle in the 2022 U.S. congressional elections. This is the 2022 U.S. congressional elections, not the previous presidential elections. But I mean, I don't think that we think that that is much different. China, Russia, Iran, and Cuba all tried to meddle in the previous congressional elections, intelligence assessment finds. Yeah. Also, now NATO, the entire NATO, United States, and other countries in NATO, now under pressure to send troops after Germany deploys military troops to Russia's border. This is bringing us closer and closer to a larger conflict with Russia. In fact, a Putin ally here just predicts a, quote, big war with NATO as we keep inching closer and closer to the line. And all it's going to take is a potential incident between Russia and NATO to set something off. And God help us that that doesn't happen. And I mean, look, all it took is one incident of Hamas and Israel, and look at what's happened there now. And we have 2 major wars, which a lot of people think is part of a larger world war, which many countries are involved in. We have, Iran backing all these Houthis and Hezbollah, which, Iran's a ally of Russia, which is an ally of North Korea, which is an ally of China. And the United States has been attacked 100 times in the Middle East just since October 17th. It used to be 150 times, now it's probably closer to 200 times now this year in the Middle East. When is enough enough? But the problem is things keep escalating, not going down, but getting worse. And now NATO is being pressured to put more troops there to make sure that things don't happen. But when this really brings Putin closer and closer to provoke him. So let me know your thoughts here in the comments. Meanwhile, as we get closer to the holidays, we're doing our annual Christmas holiday giveaway. We just did a holiday giveaway for Thanksgiving. So the way we're going to do it here is the way we did it last time, is we're going to do, if you can guess the answer to a trivia question, you'll be entered into the pool of people who have guessed correctly. And from there, we will randomly have picked some winners to be the winners. We'll just have some people picked for every question that we do. $50 per winner picked. We'll have several winners picked per video, per question, and it'll be in the next video. Okay, so today's question is, how long is the average growing time for a Christmas tree? How long is the average growing time for a Christmas tree? If you think you know or you want to take a guess, comment down below, and you could win $50 for me to buy yourself some Christmas gifts, buy your kids, family some Christmas gifts, or buy yourself a Christmas ham or something like that. And I will announce the winners in the next video. And we'll pick several winners for this trivia question. And we're going to have several more here after this. Just part of our way of giving back to our community, our viewers here. So thank you so much for liking these videos. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on new videos. Come out here every day at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every day. Click here to see the U.S. sending a shocking nuclear warning to North Korea, or why the U.S. must respond to Iran, and the Germany story about more troops being sent to the Russia border. Click on one of those videos next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.